Presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point. And for the Knicks, it's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward. And so off the tip, it's New York. Payton passes to Robinson.
Right there!
Markkanen against Randle. Got a piece of it. Levine with it. Chris, tonight 2 offenses that love to slow it down and then set it up. What was your favorite half-court play, for instance?
Oh, wow. Well, for me, it's a play called turn 4 or 5, and depending on if I was the 4 or the 5, that means that you have a guard come out, he spins out, he comes out on the wing, and he throws it into you, and then it's your job to go to work or to find a double team. So it's almost like being that point forward off the box. So any play that was called for myself in the half court, you know, was my favorite play.
Right, I can see the play in my mind right now as you're describing it, actually. Now here's Levine. After Mo Harkless's miss, Bulls moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Over Barrett. The shot will not fall. The Knicks go the other way with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Here's White after the made shot from Mo Harkless. Jacks up a 3, and it's White missing. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Randle. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randle there, and he's locked in on scoring.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine, and Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
All right, David, thanks. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, Kev, with the competitive nature of Zach LaVine is what drives him. I mean, he spoke up more for and against his team last season as they had a rough go in the standings.
And he's good on the second. And with LaVine, Chris, as you said, he was very frustrated with the losing last year.
Yeah, but you'd rather have a player who is vocal about it than one who doesn't care. LaVine has the talent and mentality to be a star for this team and is desperate to make them a winner.
Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage, good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
2. And he knocks down the first one.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's White. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Outside, Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, you just watched Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
2.
Free throw good, Levine.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
And so Levine nails both of them.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their teams. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting was one of their bigger issues.
Payton's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here is Robinson. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Payton outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Robinson. Pass to Randle. Shoots over Markkanen. Randle no good. C-Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt, and they had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
Here's Robinson after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Bounce pass Robinson. Randle no good.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Here's White. It's rebounded by New York. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency, Randle could be an impact player for the Knicks.
And Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randle should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
That free throw good from Randle. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year. With the injuries, you don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early because for young teams, once the scouting report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Payton against White. Here's Barrett. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. They get it back. Robinson with the block. And they're on the break. Here's Barrett. Second shot opportunity. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Willing to fight for position there on the boards. Great timing. Barrett making his presence felt.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Carter, the pass to Levine. Back to Carter. Lays it up off the glass.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's Peyton. 14 points from him the last game against Boston.
And while he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Levine, good.
And you need Levine to keep connecting from deep. When he does, the floor opens up big time.
Barrett kicks to Harkless.
No shot.
Peyton against Saturansky. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Peyton.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Markkanen. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Now Peyton, after Zach Levine missed from long range. The pass to Randle. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Randle's got his second basket of the night.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
And Porter, here we go. And the shot goes down.
Keep firing, Otto.
And the Bulls lead by 1.
Oh, I like watching Porter fill it up from the mid-range, demonstrating a nice touch from the in-between area of the floor.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
So New York ends up going with the new group.
Now we get a chance to check out Thaddeus Young. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Ntilikina. Inside, Portis. That one's not going to go. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Gafford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending a guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of the rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Now, here's Dunn. Levine looking around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Taj Gibson picks one up. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
2.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Here's Ntilikina. Dunn covering. Outside Portis. Pass to Gibson. Rebounded by Gafford.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Young outside. On the wing, Levine. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 13 points for Zach LaVine.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Pass to Portis. Young with the steal. LaVine passes to Dunn. Here's Gafford. Satoransky looking around. Portis against Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Outside Portis. To halt the run, Chicago grabs the miss.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Gafford passes to Satoransky. Dunn left side. Here's Gafford. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And now it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Ntilikina. He's still scoreless so far in this one. They need this one. Dotson can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's Ntilikina. 1:33 left here in the opening quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 37-point game against Toronto.
And he didn't ignore the defensive aspect either. I mean, his 3 blocks tell that story.
Here's Dotson. It's a 10-point game.
No shot.
Here's Gibson. Pass to Bullock.
Pick up, man.
New York needs to get off a shot. Nice shot by Portis.
And this speaks to how strong Portis is. It's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
The Bulls leading by 8. Now the pass to Young. No good on the 3. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
I like seeing Ntilikina keep his balance despite the contact. This is how he converts these and ones.
For New York, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
One shot.
Way to go, baby. Way to go. Let's get it.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Levine. Portis brings the double team. And again, Chicago, no good. Knicks trail by 5. Bullock passes to Portis. Bullock with it. Young with the steal. He kicks to Levine. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And that's now 19 points for Zach Levine. Oh, he hit it!
Oh,
He hit it!
What a great shot!
Whoa.
Oh, incredible buzzer beater there, guys. This crowd is going wild.
And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for Chicago. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother. And she was a basketball player in her own right, Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Ntilikina. Taj Gibson is out there with Portis. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Dotson in at the 2. Stolen by Bullock. Pass to Gibson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
2.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. Chris, when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names, Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place because no matter what you're doing, it always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out because this guy's a beast on the boards.
Poked away. Here's Portis. Got a hand on it.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Young. Here's Porter, and finally they hit one. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The long arms of Porter, excellent at using them to snatch up offensive rebounds.
Here's Ntilikina. Dunn covering. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Ntilikina.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dunn dishes to Porter. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Now, here is Young, and that one drops.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
The Bulls have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Julius Randle comes in for Bobby Portis. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Frank Ntilikina. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. Knicks trail by 10. Passes it to Robinson. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Watch right.
Pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
In each season, Porter seems to improve. It's just something about his game. He's a versatile player who wants to be great.
Carter, he's checked in for Young. Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
Porter finds Markkanen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. That one, no good. And New York the other way now. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Randle, no good.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Great open look there. Porter's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Now here's Payton.
Who's watching here?
Kicks it to Robinson. Shot to stop the run. New York, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 14. And it's done penetrating. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist from Robinson. And it's 6 points for Harkless.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Outside, Porter. Back to Carter. It's rebounded by New York. Harkless has got 4 rebounds in this game. Barrett, wide open, he fires. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Robinson with the block. It's Randle with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris Dunn picks one up.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, boy, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And we've seen Randle flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
Satoransky against Randle. And Satoransky kicks to Carter. Over Robinson. And again, Chicago. No good. Knicks trail by 11. Now Barrett, 23 points his last outing. Here's Payton. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Payton's got 6 points.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Carter, bucket is good. And the Bulls lead by 11.
There is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable. It feels like he can score at will from there.
Here's Payton. Here's Barrett. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Get it going.
Satoransky the pass to Markkanen. Carter outside. White with it.
Let's go, ball. I got your help.
5 to shoot.
I'm good. You stay. I got him.
And the pass to Markkanen. Over Barrett. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Knicks trail by 9. Now here's Harkless. 6 points for him.
Screen.
The floater, and it's good, 2 points. And that's now 8 points for Elfrid Payton.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Outside, White. And that one drops for him. He's got 5.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 9 points. Randle against Markkanen. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Payton against White. Shoots from 12. The shot by Payton, no good. The Bulls leading by 9. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by New York. Randle's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For New York, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, Jim Boylan, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his interim stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
Payton against Markkanen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randle. Last season, he played outstanding. 19th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Now here is Carter. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Outside, White. Takes the 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. White's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And for Boylan, Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office wanted a hard-nosed coach. They believe they found their guy with Boylan's approach.
Here's White, following the score by New York. Outside, Markkanen. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Switch.
Payton against White. Payton, that's good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
White the pass to Carter. Pass to Satoransky. Knocked loose. Bullock with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Now, here's Bullock. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Payton. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Satoransky. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Tomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah, best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he is very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA, and he's doing a great job at it.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Randle. Dotson's checked in for Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And here are the Knicks now. A 12-point game. Here's Bullock. And that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
And here are the Knicks now after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Ntilikina kicks to Bullock.
Screen.
Here's Dotson, defended by Young, and the shot goes in.
That's the perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it, opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And stolen by Portis. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Passes it to Gibson. To the inside. And it's denied.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now here's LaVine. He's covered closely. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Chicago, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, this is why Levine landed such a big contract. The potential, the deep range, athleticism with the ball in his hands. He'll go as far as his work ethic takes him.
And Kenny, your take on New York?
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Levine. Here's Payton. It's tipped.
Well, a step in the right direction. Markkanen must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
Knicks trail by 16. Randle finds Payton. And here is Harkless. Payton left side. The feed to Randle. It's good. Randle's got 10 points in the game.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
White the pass to Levine. Harkless comes with a double team. White wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Randle. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And they're able to recover.
Go over it. Woo! On the wing.
Back to White. Just 5 on the clock.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Randle no good.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
Levine wide open. And the Bulls with another miss. Knicks trail by 14. Payton outside. Outside Robinson. Pass to Randle. Shoots over Markkanen. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. That's not a smart shot.
Here's Barrett. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Levine for 3, and again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for New York. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And out of St. John's, Mo Harkless in his 7th NBA season.
Yeah, and he's coming into his own as a defensive-minded wing. I mean, his offense is still a work in progress, but he's still in his mid-20s. He's got some time.
The Knicks have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off.
This has become a theme for these guys. Way too many missed chances at the line.
He's off on the second. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season, he was on a short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the team as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And here is Harkless. He's got 6.
Hey, yo, right here.
He kicks it to Barrett. Payton looking around. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Levine. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
This is what I'm talking about, the mindset of Porter. When he's driving inside, he wants to dunk it hard every time.
Levine against Payton. He dishes it to Robinson. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. Barrett the pass to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Payton. Fires the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 3. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Shooting 3.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Markkanen. Randle brings the double team. Carter outside, and it's done in the corner. The 11-footer. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he lobs it up toward the rim, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Levine. 22 points for him, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. Here is Carter. He has 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, a solid start to his rookie year for Wendell Carter. And ultimately it was cut short as he had to have surgery on his thumb. But he showed why he was drafted so high.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Carter. And for Carter, right after being shut down, Chris, he said he couldn't wait for summer to start so he could improve.
I mean, that's the way the NBA goes, and you have to want to better your game the way Carter does to make it in the NBA. He showed just how much he can impact the floor in his limited time, and this team is excited about what he can do.
Carter hits them both. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and LeBron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
Good on both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Done outside. To the middle. Here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Looking more comfortable at running these screen and rolls. Markkanen moving very well after setting the pick.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina, done covering. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ntilikina. No good, shot missing. Nice D from Levine.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Robinson with the block. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Harkless. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Harkless has got 8 points.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. But now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Now here is Carter. He's got 10. That shot is off. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Now here's Harkless, guarded by Porter. Out to the right wing. The baseline J. Ntilikina gets the bucket. He's got 14.
A welcome sign. Ntilikina has the form and touch. Needs to keep draining these mid-range jumpers.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. Now here's Satoransky. It's deflected. Here's Dotson, guarded by Levine. Took him no time at all on that one. Bullock's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Bulls leading by 10. Satoransky, the pass to Porter. Floats one, and he sinks the layup. Porter's got 14.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Ntilikina passes to Bullock. Ntilikina can't hit. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Young's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Gafford. Kick out to Levine. The pass to Gafford. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And Young slams it home.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Portis. Here's Ntilikina. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Here's Ntilikina. 14 points for him. And the Knicks miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Chicago leading by 17. And Satoransky kicks to Porter. Here's Gafford. Back to Porter. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Ntilikina. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when Ntilikina is penetrating with force, the defense has to act. Love the aggressiveness.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Whitey's checked in for Levine. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Chicago leading by 16. Young drives in. Yep, that one goes. Gafford's got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Dotson in the corner, launches it, buries the long-range jumper.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Great D that time from Gibson. Here's Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
2-2.
That free throw missing.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard/forward who wants to keep improving.
Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for New York. And he ends up missing both free throws. Chicago leading by 15. Young passes to Gafford, and he dunks it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Here's Payton. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Porter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. White the pass to Young. Shoots over Portis, and it's Chicago scoring again.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Payton against White. Payton kicks to Portis. Good on the bucket.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we'll be right back after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Knicks trail by 17. Bobby Portis out there with Barrett. Then there's Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Porter with the steal. Out to the right wing. Gibson with the steal. White against Payton. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Gafford. Chicago leading by 17. Here's Satoransky. Up again. Young on the follow. Young's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Bulls.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Gibson looking it over. Pass to Portis. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Thaddeus Young, and when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
Two shots.
Free throw, good, Portis.
Whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good in this league.
That one misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. And he jams it with authority.
I like the vision from Porter. Not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Dotson, guarded by Porter. Puts it up from 7. Dotson gets the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The Bulls leading by 18. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Porter. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes to Dotson. Back to Gibson. Over Porter. That one wide left. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Offensive rebound. Gafford. Up and in on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 20.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Barrett. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. White's running. Young for 3. A second chance effort. And the layup by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 4 points this quarter.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Here's Dotson, defended by Young, and it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Dotson the pass to Payton. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Knicks missing. The Bulls leading by 22, and there's the pass to Satoransky. Here's Gafford. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Julius Randle comes in for Portis. And Harkless is subbed in for Damian Dotson. Free throw good, Porter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
New York calls timeout.
Trying to stem the tide here.
They have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
A different look for New York. Knox, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. Ellington comes in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Satoransky, and it's done in for White. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Smith with it. 6 on the shot clock to end the run. Rebound by the Bulls. Gafford's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
That athleticism on display there, you love seeing Porter seize these opportunities and capitalize.
Passes it to Smith. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
First of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God.
love it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Now Randle. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Yes.
Woo.
What I love about Randle is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Pass to Dunn. Here's Cornett, covered by Smith. Cornett kicks to Valentine. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Porter outside. Porter can't get that one to fall. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
No good on that one. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Maurice Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Wayne Ellington. And the second free throw, good. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in on.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, you got to be excited about Markkanen's future. I mean, he's a big man who can really shoot it and shoulder the offensive load.
Here's Payton. Basket counts.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And so White will bring it up for Chicago. Carter outside.
Watch the pick.
And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. To the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, well, look, Porter is an athletic player, someone who forces contact on his way up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Porter. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Payton outside. The pass to Harkless. Inside. Randle down low. Wide on him. Here's Barrett. That's tipped. Levine passes to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Completing the fast break. Carter Jr. is a rim-to-rim runner. He moves well.
New York shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Payton passes to Harkless. Back to Payton. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Porter, and Robinson wide open. He shoots. Randle, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
The combo of strength and suddenness, hard not to foul Randle in there.
Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Knox is checked in for Robinson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. And Smith's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. That one is no good. Felicio, the pass to Hutchison. Floats one up. Rebounded by Knox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Shooting two.
And the first one at the line is good. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Levine, good.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And then Levine with the jam.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Now here's Payton. To the middle to stop the run, and Randle throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Payton against Levine. Now here is Carter. Not a lot of room. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Pass to Cornette. Levine against Payton. Randle brings the double team. Here's Markkanen, and that's good for 2. Markkanen's got 4 this quarter.
What a gifted shooter Markkanen is, and it's because of how confident he is taking these shots.
Payton dishes to Robinson. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Zach LaVine.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
2.
That's good from Harkless. A different look for New York. Kevin Knox is checked in for Randle. Ellington comes in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Valentine's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Dunn in for Lauri Markkanen. He hits both from the stripe. Chicago's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Dunn looking over the floor. To the inside, Felicio. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Passes it to Harkless. Stolen. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Dunn outside. Pass to Hutchison. Clock at 6. From deep. He's off on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.